Have you ever looked at an ancient statue and wondered, what would this person look like today? Not just the marble expression or faded fresco, but their real face, reimagined in the modern world? In this video, we're using the power of AI to bring 10 legendary figures from ancient history back to life. Whether you're a history buff or just curious about the faces behind the legends, this journey will change the way you see the past forever. Pericles. This image captures the first citizen of Athens, the man who led Athens during its golden age. Under his leadership, the Parthenon was built, democracy flourished, and Athens became the cultural heart of Greece. Pericles wasn't just a politician, he was a patron of the arts and philosophy, helping fuel the rise of thinkers like Socrates. Now imagine him brought to life through AI. No longer just marble and myth, but a dignified figure with deep-set eyes, neatly trimmed beard, and a calm intensity. His modern-day image still exuding leadership and intellect. Themistocles. A fragmentary statue of Themistocles shows a resolute face with chipped features, a symbol of a warrior statesman who shaped history through naval power. He was the mastermind behind the Athenian fleet that crushed the Persians at the Battle of Salamis. Though later ostracized by his own people, Themistocles' legacy as a military genius endures. This image, though scarred by time, reflects a mind always calculating strategy. In the AI version, we see a sharply dressed strategist, piercing eyes hinting at political cunning, his modern look channeling the aura of a decisive admiral-turned-diplomat. Hippocrates. The classic sculpture of Hippocrates, bald-headed and bearded, shows a calm thinker lost in contemplation. Widely regarded as the father of medicine, he changed the way illness was understood, favoring observation over superstition. The Hippocratic Oath, derived from his teachings, still echoes in modern medicine. The marble expression seems to weigh the health of nations. In the AI recreation, Hippocrates emerges as a modern medical professor, stern but approachable, his sharp intellect reflected in every feature, wearing a white coat instead of a toga, yet embodying the same ethos of healing. Pythagoras. A serene yet intense stone relief of Pythagoras captures the mathematical mystic in deep thought. Best known for the Pythagorean theorem, his work connected numbers with philosophy, music, and the cosmos. Pythagoras didn't just calculate, he believed numbers governed the universe. This image hints at both a scientist and a spiritualist. Brought to life through AI, he appears as a soft-spoken mathematician with penetrating eyes, maybe holding a chalk or a tablet, the modern embodiment of ancient wisdom and harmonic balance. Archimedes. A lively bust of Archimedes shows unruly curls and a thoughtful smirk, as if he's just shouted, "Eureka!" from the bathtub. Mathematician, engineer, inventor, he gave us principles of levers, buoyancy, and even laid the groundwork for calculus. He defended Syracuse with war machines that terrified the Romans. The sculpture captures the curiosity and genius of a man centuries ahead of his time. In his AI rendering, he's reborn as an eccentric innovator, think wild-haired physicist in a lab coat, his eyes sparkling with invention, still ready to surprise the world. Herodotus. An aged stone carving of Herodotus, the father of history, reveals a thoughtful expression framed by wavy hair and a full beard. His travels and writings chronicled the Greco-Persian wars and cultures far beyond Greece. While some accused him of exaggeration, he was the first to collect and critically examine historical sources. This old image suggests a man eager to listen and question. In the AI version, Herodotus appears as a rugged travel journalist, notebook in hand, face weathered by years of storytelling, capturing the heartbeat of ancient civilizations through modern eyes. Thucydides. The chiseled features of Thucydides appear stern and introspective, fitting for the man who revolutionized historical writing. His account of the Peloponnesian War emphasized realism, cause and effect, and the human condition, laying the foundation for political science. Unlike Herodotus, Thucydides focused on hard evidence, not myth. His bust, with its tightly drawn mouth and furrowed brow, shows a man burdened by truths. Reimagined by AI, he takes on the appearance of a sharp-eyed analyst, suited like a foreign affairs expert, offering cool-headed commentary on global conflict from the newsroom of the past. Aeschylus. A solemn and heavily bearded marble face represents Aeschylus, the earliest of the great tragedians. He introduced dramatic elements like a second actor, transforming Greek theater. The statue reflects a mind obsessed with fate and consequence. In the AI reinterpretation, Aeschylus appears as a stage director or screenwriter, thick glasses perched on his nose, his demeanor intense, still penning tales of vengeance and redemption for a modern audience. Sophocles. The classic statue of Sophocles shows a dignified older man, his face expressive and composed. His work explored moral dilemmas, personal responsibility, and tragic destiny. Sophocles was not just a playwright but a general and priest, a man of civic duty and spiritual depth. The ancient sculpture captures his wisdom. AI breathes life into his likeness, portraying a thoughtful playwright with gentle eyes draped in modern intellectual flair, likely typing his next masterpiece on a vintage typewriter or laptop. Euripides. The bust of Euripides shows a dreamier, more rebellious expression than his contemporaries. Often called the most modern of the three tragedians, Euripides gave voice to women, slaves, and outsiders, exploring psychology in ways far ahead of his time. His stone image conveys a poet at odds with society. In AI form, Euripides appears as a bearded dramatist with a defiant look, perhaps wearing all black, a fringe theater icon who still dares to challenge convention with every script. Aristophanes, captured in traditional sculptural style, this old depiction gives us a glimpse into the Athenian world of wit and satire. History Info, born around 446 BCE, Aristophanes was the Shakespeare of his time, but with more sarcasm. His plays poked fun at politicians, war, and even Socrates. He dared to challenge norms through humor, shaping the genre of political satire. In a modern look, Aristophanes appears like a clever playwright with lively eyes, sporting a trimmed beard and a mischievous smile, perhaps ready to roast modern politics on Twitter. Plato. This is Plato as the ancients remembered him. The marble bust is one of the most recognized representations, placed in countless libraries and philosophy classrooms. A student of Socrates and teacher of Aristotle, Plato was born around 428 BCE. He founded the Academy and wrote dialogues that still spark debate today. His ideas about reality, politics, and the soul laid the foundation of Western philosophy. In today's attire, Plato looks like a deep thinker with minimalist fashion, possibly wearing glasses, holding a tablet filled with modern dialogues in PDF format. Aristotle, born in 384 BCE, was the Renaissance man before the Renaissance. He wrote on ethics, biology, logic, and more. A student of Plato and tutor to Alexander the Great, his influence stretched from Greek city-states to medieval Islamic scholars and beyond. The modern Aristotle appears like a multidisciplinary genius, perhaps a university professor with a laptop full of research, blending classic charm with 21st century intellect. Alexander Severus. Born in 208 CE, Alexander Severus became emperor at just 14. Guided by his mother and advisors, he tried to bring order to a crumbling empire, but his peaceful nature clashed with military demands. He was eventually assassinated by his own soldiers. In a modern suit with youthful determination in his eyes, the AI version looks like a young political leader navigating complex systems, fighting to keep ideals alive. Sappho. A fragmentary fresco and coins offer rare glimpses of Sappho, a woman surrounded by poetry and mystery. There's no official bust, just ancient impressions of her profile or a seated figure with a lyre. Sappho lived around 600 BCE on the island of Lesbos. She composed lyrical poetry about love, longing, and the beauty of the world. Her work was so revered that Plato called her the 10th Muse. Much of her poetry has been lost, but her legacy endures. The modern Sappho appears with gentle yet confident features, possibly in bohemian fashion, holding a pen or maybe a smartphone, writing verses that would trend on Instagram. Hannibal Barca. A Roman-style bust portrays Hannibal with strong, sharp features, eyes set with determination. This image reflects Roman bias, crafted long after his time, yet still suggests the warrior's strength. Born in 247 BCE in Carthage, Hannibal was one of history's greatest military commanders. He famously led elephants over the Alps to fight Rome in the Second Punic War. Though ultimately defeated, his tactics are still studied in military academies worldwide. Reimagined today, Hannibal looks like a modern strategist, rugged, battle-worn, and maybe even a tactical consultant in a high-stakes political thriller. Scipio Africanus. A Roman bust with a proud, commanding expression captures Scipio Africanus, the man who defeated Hannibal. This sculptural relic preserves the Roman hero as an emblem of victory and control. Scipio was born in 236 BCE and rose to fame by defeating Hannibal at the Battle of Zama. A skilled general and shrewd politician, he helped secure Rome's dominance over the Mediterranean. The AI version shows Scipio as a composed and tactical modern leader dressed for diplomacy and battle alike, perhaps resembling a statesman with military flair. Cleopatra Selene II. Roman coins and faint sculptural profiles give us Cleopatra Selene II, daughter of Cleopatra VII and Mark Antony. These ancient imprints offer a shadow of her lineage, power, and beauty, less famed than her mother, but no less important. Born in 39 BCE, Cleopatra Selene was taken to Rome after her parents' death and later became Queen of Mauritania. She ruled with intelligence and maintained stability in her realm, keeping her mother's legacy alive in quieter ways. In her modern form, Cleopatra Selene appears regal yet reserved, dressed like a refined diplomat, balancing heritage and modernity with poise. Vercingetorix. A rugged statue with flowing hair and a warrior's stance shows Vercingetorix, the Gallic hero who defied Rome. The sculpture, made long after his death, dramatizes his resistance against Julius Caesar. Vercingetorix was born around 82 BCE and led a massive revolt against Roman occupation. Though ultimately captured and executed after surrendering at Alesia, he remains a symbol of courage and resistance in French history. In modern visuals, he looks like a rebellious yet charismatic leader, perhaps the face of a freedom movement clad in urban gear with a fierce glare that says never surrender. Mithridates VI. An ancient coin shows a bearded face crowned with a diadem. This is Mithridates VI, king of Pontus. His image was carefully crafted to show divine right and resistance to Rome. History info. Born in 132 BCE, Mithridates was a brilliant and paranoid ruler who battled Rome in 3 brutal wars. Known for his attempts to build immunity to poisons, his legend grew with time. Reimagined in the present day, Mithridates looks like a survivalist genius, possibly a biochemist with a rebel streak blending royal charisma with a dangerous intellect. It's fascinating how these ancient figures, once seen only through crumbling statues or faded coins, come alive when we imagine them in the modern world. With the help of AI, history isn't just preserved, it's reimagined, giving us a new lens to connect with the past. Which transformation surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more journeys through time and technology. See you in the next video.